Is it all right, the coffee? Oh, yes, it's delicious, Alec, very tasty. Not too strong? Oh, no, just right. I like my coffee how I like my men. I'm not quite sure I know what she means, so I let it pass. So she's sitting there sipping at her coffee and giving an occasional little cough, but apart from that she's a bit quiet, really. I find I'm not quite sure what to say. She's just sitting there, sipping away and humming to herself. I don't know, it sounds funny to say it, but I feel almost a bit shy. I feel like I should be making more of an effort to chat to her or something. I'd offer you a biscuit, Glynis. Oh, that'd be nice, she says. Well, but I haven't got any. Oh, she says. Well, never mind. Got to watch my figure. Oh, yeah, of course. She just looks at me. Oh, I say, I've got some malt loaf if you'd like some. Malt loaf? Yes, you know, saurine, sticky sweet stuff with raisins. I know what malt loaf is, Alec. Oh, right. I just didn't think anyone bought malt loaf anymore. I haven't had malt loaf since I were a kiddie. Well, no, right. I just thought. My nan used to give it us for tea when we went round on Sundays, malt loaf. Honestly, what you like. Ah, yes, well, I like it with a bit of butter. Do you make a ginger cake sometimes, or a Backenberg? Oh, I used to love a Backenberg. All that pink icing and pretty colours. Did you like Backenberg, Alec? I used to love it. Well, yes, it was. Jaffa cakes, though. No. What? Oh, no, I can't bear Jaffa cakes. Really? Why not? Oh, no, too chemically. The sugar, the orangey bit doesn't taste like oranges at all. Too chemically. Oh, yes, awful things. Do you like Bakewell slices? Oh, yes, says Glynis. I love them. Or those cherry Bakewell tarts, you know, the Mr. Kipling ones. Oh, I love them. Right. Here, listen to us going on about cakes like two kiddies. Aren't we funny? I suppose we are. Do you ever, bake cakes, Alec? Me? Yes, I know you like to bake. Did you ever bake a cake for Jill? A birthday cake or something, did you? Or a Backenberg? Have you ever made a Backenberg, Alec? Oh, that'd be tricky, though, wouldn't it? Getting them colours just right and everything. That'd be a tricky thing to do. Yes, well, and why bother to make one when you can just go and buy one, eh, Alec? You can just go to the VG and buy one for twopence, can't you? You'd think they'd be more expensive, wouldn't you, Alec, being so fiddly, but they aren't expensive. They're quite cheap, really. For a treat, they're just a cheap little treat. Really? I suppose so, yes. Anyway, I can't stop here listening to you, Alec. I've got things to do. You shouldn't stand in the way of a lady with things to do, Alec. Oh, no, Glynis, I wouldn't dream of it. People to go, places to see. That's what Larry used to say. People to go, places to see. He did make me laugh sometimes. I'll give him that. Piece of shit. Excuse my French. You're excused, Glynis. Wonder where he is now. What's he getting up to now? Yes, well, with that floozy. What's she seeing him? I don't know. She'll soon get fed up with his messing about. She'll get fed up with him, you mark my words. Words marked, Glynis. You never did that, did you, Alec? What? Play away from home. You couldn't do that to poor Jill, could you? But he's a piece of shit, Alec. He was always on the lookout. I knew. That Cheryl, she wasn't the first either, not by a long chalk. Oh, no. There were plenty of them before her he messed about with, I could tell. People at work, his colleagues and things. He said he was working late and then he'd come home stinking of cigarettes and booze and somebody's fancy perfume. He thought I didn't know, but I did know, Alec. I did know. Piece of shit. I'm sorry, Glynis. Sorry? Why are you sorry? Nothing to do with you, is it? It's all him. Piece of shit. Shit under my shoe, that's what he is. No need for you to be sorry. I'm just sorry I met him. Did you ever think about leaving him? Leaving him? How could I leave him, Alec? How could I? I loved him, didn't I? Piece of shit. You must have, Glynis, you must have. Well, frankly, if he treated you like that, you're better off without him, aren't you? I am, Alec, I am. Better off without him. I wouldn't have him back now, not for all the tea and china, Glynis. Exactly. Piece of shit. And she starts to edge herself forward on the sofa. Right. Well, this won't do, will it? She reaches to put her cup down, put Jill's cup down on the coffee table. Are you off then, Glynis? I am indeed, Alec. I've got to go and do things. Yes, I've got things to go and do. So I'll thank you very much for the lovely cup of coffee, and I'll... She stands up and straightens her nightie and pulls it down tight over her bosoms, and I'm not really looking, but I can see I was right about her not having any underwear on. Honestly, Glynis, I don't say anything. I love you and leave you, Alec. Sorry to put you to so much bother. It's no bother to me, Glynis, as long as you're feeling a bit better. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. Thank you for asking. Oh, and... But then she goes quiet. What, Glynis? About Saturday. What about Saturday? Oh, Saturday. I'm sorry if I was a bit silly about it the other day. I know you don't really want to go out with me, to go out anywhere. It was just me being stupid. Silly old Glynis. Oh, right, well. Anyway, see you very soon, neighbour, over the fence or something, and then... She kisses her fingertips and presses him onto my cheek. Doodle pip. Yes, Glynis, doodle pip. She heads for the front door, and I go to let her out, but then she changes her mind. Actually, I'll go out the back way if you don't mind, she says. No, of course I don't mind, Mrs. Matthews. Come on, through the kitchen. It is a little quicker. Yes, Mrs. Matthews. You'll have to come and have a coffee at my house next time, Alec. That would be... Oh, no, I say, I couldn't do that. She looks really disappointed. Oh, she says, why couldn't you? Acid reflux, Glynis. I told you I can't drink coffee. And I give her a little wink and a nudge with me elbow. Oh, Alec. She gives me a pat on my arm. You had me going for a moment there. All right, you can have a cup of tea, all right. You're on. And a biscuit? Well, there won't be any malt loaf, that's for sure. She seems a little bit quiet now, actually. I have a bit of a battle with the back door again. I'll give the lock a spray later. Perhaps WD-40, that'll do it. But I managed to let her out into the garden. Then she's through the gate and in the fence and into her kitchen. I'll just stand there in the doorway for a moment. It's a nice day and the sun's warm on my face. No, I'm only out for a minute, Jill. I don't need to put sun cream on just for a minute. And I head back in anyway and go back and collect the cups and take them through to the kitchen. Just stood at the sink watching the washing up bowl fill up with water. Well, not full. It's only a couple of mugs. And just a dash of fairy. But I get to thinking that, actually, although I didn't want to do anything fancy with Glynis on Saturday, I realise I'm a little bit disappointed that she doesn't want to do anything now. It's not important, of course, and I'm certainly relieved not to have to get all dressed up and spend silly money on a fancy meal or anything, but... So no, it's fine. It means I can spend a bit longer with Lisa and the boys now, which is lovely. Still, it would be nice to do something a bit different now and again. And then I have to bang on the window because that Ginger Tom is doing his business on my lawn again. Bugger.